Carowinds reopens this weekend for the 2024 season, and it has a lot to offer. Welcome back to another video, guys, and as always, thank you for tuning in. We are in for a treat today. Today is Friday. It's actually the day before Carowinds opens to the general public. Today is a pass holder and media preview, and we're bringing you guys along for all the fun. We're going to check out all the new things that Carowinds has for 2024. I know that there's a new theming for a ride. We'll talk about that, and we'll also see what else Carowinds has to offer for the 2024 season. Let's get inside the park and have some fun. And we are under fury as we make our way inside of Carowinds for the preview day. Tomorrow, like I said, is the official opening. The weather looks like it might need to hold off. I'm hoping that it doesn't rain. The forecast does say that it might rain today and tomorrow. So fingers crossed, if you're watching this video, that tomorrow it doesn't rain and opening day goes smoothly for all the rest of the guests. And we've made it. We are inside of Carowinds. It's exciting to be back. The last time we were here was for their Winterfest event. We got our media lanyard and we're gonna get to explore. I believe around 6 they have some special presentations for us talking about the events and things coming this year. So you'll get an exclusive at Carowinds and everything that they have for the 2024 season. But in the meantime, let's just explore and have some fun. All right, so the park is officially open. We were waiting a little bit. We got here a little bit early and they let us in. We're holding us from exploring the rest of the park up till 4 o'clock, and now it is officially 4. Carowinds is open and we go check out our first little thing here, which we talked about a ride update. Check it out. They rethemed Intimidator. All right, and we just got off. We got a little bit excited, so we didn't tell you guys we were jumping on the all new for 2024 Thunderstriker. And that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but as you can see, Intimidator and Intimidator 305 over at King's Dominion both are getting a retheme. This one has already been rethemed. They haven't notified us on what they're doing at King's Dominion, but it's kind of exciting to see a little bit of a change in the park. Not a huge change. The ride itself is not very different. And I gotta say, I don't know why this ride gets slack. This ride is awesome. I love the ride vehicle and how you have like that V shape. Our first ride of Carowinds here for the 2024 season, and it did not disappoint, but it's the all new Thunderstriker. So it is currently raining on our parade, but check it out, under the cover we got Snoopy. We might go over there and take a quick picture with the guy. And we're making our way. And look at this little bridge here. The beauty of Carowinds. I really do forget how amazing it is with the water features. You know how I love my water features. We always got to pay respects. They even have, I forget what these are called. It's not a windmill. What is it called? Doesn't matter. But we're continuing on our way. It is raining, as you can see. The floor is nice and saturated, but it's really not ruining our day. It's not heavy, and it's supposed to stop like within the next 50 minutes. So we're hoping that none of the rides will be affected. I'm really trying to get myself a ride on Fury as we make our way around the park, and maybe, if it's open, maybe some Blue Blasters as well. All right, so we got our ride on Blue Blasters, and now we make our way into Aeronautica Landing. I gotta say, Blue Blasters is always a great time, and this one over here does seem to be just a little bit nicer than the one over at King's Dominion. The interaction seems to work a little bit better, and just overall, I enjoyed it a little bit better. But now, Aeronautica Landing it is. And guys, I gotta say it. I'm probably gonna say it multiple times throughout this video. It feels nice to be back at Carowinds. The park, although it's raining a little bit, does seem lively. I like the vibes, and I'm excited for what they have coming this year. Last year we were able to come for our first time for their Carowinds event, their Winterfest event, and we had a great time. But this area right here is Aeronautica Landing, which is a highly themed kids area with rides like Gear Spin over here, Windstar behind us, a bunch of really cool rides, and it's a recently added addition with a really cool like aeronautic theming, which makes a lot of sense with the North Carolina or South Carolina, one of those areas where the Wright brothers kind of originated and created the first plane, I believe. Don't quote me on these things, but something to that nature is how this idea came to be. But it came out really cool. I've ridden a lot of the rides here, and if you haven't had a chance to ride these rides, I definitely recommend that you bring your kids to this area. And even if you don't have kids, I came by myself and I rode it, but I'm excited to bring my son once he's big enough to get into some of these rides. And while Air Racers is going on behind us, I've ridden this before. It's a pretty intense kid ride. I was gonna say kid coaster, but kid ride. We're enjoying Aeronautica Landing, and we're enjoying the rest of the park. We're making our way through, strolling and just taking it all in. Carowinds is back open, but let us know down in the comments, when will you guys be making your first trip to Carowinds for the 2024 season? Alright, and if you're coming to the park, one thing that I always recommend is downloading the app. There's my son Ollie when we went to Busch Gardens to show him Sesame Street just recently. And let me use the Face ID really quick. Boom, unlocked, and the Carowinds app is already up and updated. We got a couple of the events that are coming up. So like today, March 8th, which is the season pass holder preview as well as the media event. They got a couple of other things going on. Obviously, we got spring break coming up, as well as Carolina Harbor opening day on May 25th. So a couple things in the near future that you could enjoy coming to the park, as well as some summer events. And then you got Carowinds and their Winterfest coming up at the end of the second half of the year. So definitely download the app. It'll help you get around the park. It'll help you prepare for what's coming up, and just get some other information like wait times for rides. And we make our way back towards the entrance. It's 6 o'clock now, or just shy of 6 o'clock. We're about to check out the presentation and see what they have to offer us, or what they're going to tell us about for the 2024 season.
You guys make it brighter. Is that fine? Is that everyone? Without any more delay, I was told he's paid by the minute. Is Brian, is our assistant general manager. He's going to come up and welcome you and tell you what you got to look forward to.
So basically, I'm standing between you and food, right? So I get to make that as fast as possible. I echo what Courtney said. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We appreciate your continued partnership with us and making sure that we have these connections with you, so that you know what's going on in our world. You can help tell our story. That's the most important part. This season, we're going to do our very best to entertain everybody and to make everybody happy. As Courtney talked about with some of the new things that we have going on. We obviously have rethemed an area and given a new name to a coaster. So Thunder Strikers, it's on Thunder Road, which most of you probably will know that name and remember where that kind of came from. We have our spring break celebration coming up at the 1st of April. We're going to have some activities for families, and the Marvelous Mutts will be out, so you can come out and enjoy that show. We've got an array of culinary offerings all summer that our food and beverage team is doing a fantastic job at presenting. This fall, you can look forward to a couple new things. We're going to do a brand new family fall festival called Tricks and Treats. So that'll kick off in September and October. And it's got some of the things that you're used to, but there's going to be new shows, new activities. There's a whole new trick-or-treating extravaganza, we might call it. That if you are a kid at heart and love trick-or-treating, you're also going to enjoy, but so will all of the little ones. They're going to get candy upon candy upon candy, and then I'm going to put them in the car and send them home. You are welcome.
Right? So as opposed to last year, we rolled out, upwards of probably 50 items on the opening day. We were probably in the 30 number, having to deal with the opening of Aeronautica. This year, we kind of went lean and mean, consistent, and quality, right? We tried to kick it up a notch, especially in the terminal area, hot dog option there for the kid, and we're giving them an option to meat. Right? Pretty cool. This one I'm really proud of, because my executive sous chef, Jeremy, who was here last year, he handled all the shakes, but the team and I really put our heads together and we came up with some really cool shakes this year. Why not top a peanut butter and jelly shake with an Uncrustable, no? I think that should be the lid. Come on.
All right, so let the food begin. We're about to grab some food, show you guys some of the offerings. They did talk about a lot of new food offerings that they're going to have for the 2024 season. They also talked about a new trick-or-treat event that they're going to have starting in September. So that's fairly early. And this year, Carowinds starts on Friday the 13th. I'm assuming that's Friday the 13th in September. So they got a lot coming in the 2024 season, and a lot that they were talking about. One of the cool things that I heard them say, Courtney and her team are amazing, but they mentioned that, you know, their partnership with us is a way for us to tell their story, and really that's what we like to do here on the channel. I enjoy the theme parks, I enjoy all the changes, I enjoy all the events throughout the year and keeping you guys up to date. So hopefully you guys are enjoying as we tell their story through this partnership with Carowinds and all the other parks that we bring you guys along to. All right, and we just ate some of this delicious food, but let's get a closer look here at the presentation. They have a bunch of new items like this Asian salad. Now, I will tell you this much. I'm not much of a health freak, although I have been eating a lot better. Salads aren't my thing, but this was pretty delicious. And what's this over here? We got a stuffed mushroom. Delicious. We did try this, but on a smaller portion. So it looks like when you get the actual meal, you get a fairly large stuffed mushroom. And then this over here, we didn't try this, but that looks delicious. Some wonton chicken tacos. Yum. Let's just zoom on through. We did try the ribs. These ribs are amazing. They're Asian ribs, and I forget where they're going to be serving this, but I believe it's over like the Aeronautica Landing area. We also got some beautiful desserts. Check that out, topped with a nice cookie. And then for those of you that are looking to enjoy a drink while you're visiting, maybe while your kids are riding, we got plenty of drinks. Smoked maple old fashioned, aviation, the peach bomber. And then all these guys right down here, Southern hospitality. I like the play on words. Liquid Fury, and it looks like Fury 325, yeah. And then of course, what's your day without an amazing shake? And this one is actually topped with an Uncrustable. What's that one? That is the PB&J Explosion Milkshake. Man, this year they got some delicious eats that you guys gotta try out your next visit to Carowinds. And we had to grab ourselves a dessert. They got, what was this? This was the cheesecake, what?
Cheesecake.
Chocolate chip cookie cheesecake. That's like a tongue twister, but it's delicious. All right, so that was an amazing time getting a little insight and bringing you guys along. Wow, we indulged in a ton of food. I am super stuffed now. But when you're super stuffed, what do? You go ride Fury 325. We're gonna get a ride on Fury 325, check out a little bit more of the park and bring you guys along, and then wrap up the night here at the opening preview of Carowinds for the 2024 season. And we're making our way through the night. Night has fallen on Carowinds, and it is a beautiful sight. Check out Fury 325 in the night sky as we make our way to get our first ride of the season. And we've made it to the amazing Fury. If nothing else, this park is worth visiting just for this ride. Amazing smooth airtime. And our first ride on Fury 325, and it doesn't disappoint. Man, this ride is so buttery smooth. We were just having a conversation with my group. I think and I forget the name of Thunderstriker, I think the replacement for Intimidator is actually a little bit more aggressive than this ride. This ride it has the higher drop and everything, but it's so buttery smooth with its airtime. It is a must-do. Love this coaster. It's probably my favorite unthemed coaster. Velocicoaster is probably my favorite themed coaster, but I would come to Carowinds multiple times back to back just for this ride. But Carowinds has so much to offer for the 2024 season coming around. New events, new food, and a whole new ride, kind of. And there's also that little Project Sparrow thing that's going around. I'm not diving too deep into that because I don't do that type of research, but it looks like there's a project in the works, and can that be a ride? 2024 at Carowinds seems to have a lot to offer and more coming, I'm sure. And we'll be around announcing all the things as they come along, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel. Guys, I hope you enjoyed coming along with us here at Carowinds for the opening preview of their 2024 season. We will see you on the next one. But up till then, don't forget to ask yourselves, have you been entertained?